In this video, I'm going to go over 10 things to know about the new Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra Trail Band. The first thing to know is that the Galaxy Watch Ultra Trail Band is only compatible with the Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra. So this band is not compatible with any of the Galaxy Watch 4, 5, or 6 series, including the 4 Classic, 5 Pro, and 6 Classic. It is also not compatible with the Galaxy Watch FE. The next thing to know is that the Galaxy Watch Ultra Trail Band comes in 3 different colors. I have the dark gray version here, but there's also a white sand version, as well as an orange version. Another thing to know is that the Galaxy Watch Ultra Trail Band only comes in a one-size-fits-all version. As you can see here, it's denoted as small, medium, large, and Samsung says it should fit wrist sizes between 130 millimeters and 205 millimeters. The next thing to know is that the Trail Band is a relatively lightweight band, but it does have some metal parts to it. So I'll show you here on the scale that it does weigh about 19 grams, and that ends up being about 1/3 of the weight of the Galaxy Watch Ultra itself. So combined, you'd be wearing about 80 grams on your wrist. Next, I'll talk a little bit about the material of this band. So it's definitely made out of some sort of a fabric material. That's good if you have any kind of adverse reaction to the more rubber materials in the other 2 Galaxy Watch Ultra band types. But it is not a soft fabric material to the touch. It's pretty coarse, and it has these ribs, so it's not as comfortable as, let's say, the Galaxy Watch 7 fabric band, which is super soft when I touch it. So just know that it is not a soft fabric band, it's a hard, coarse fabric band. But one feature that I do like is they have made the material stretchy, so it can expand a little bit. This is especially useful if you're working out and your wrist expands a little bit. The band can kind of expand with you there without you having to adjust the size or length of the band. So the next thing to know is how to attach the Galaxy Watch Ultra Trail Band to the Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra. Samsung has a new proprietary band attachment mechanism. Now it's supposed to be such that you have a little band release button here, and then you insert the band with some force in this way. So I'm going to try to show you how I've learned how to do this. So I usually hold the watch with the sensor facing me, and the way I wear it, I have the buttons on the top, if you will. And my trick here, I also line up the small, medium, large portion here, so I know it's facing the correct direction. And you can see here that this portion of the band attachment does wiggle or rotate. And so what I've found I need to do is I need to put my one of my thumb and one of my fingers, I'll just use my index finger for now, and I need to kind of position them like so that the finger is overlapping a little bit, and I can align this with the edge up here of the watch, which will help align the band to be inserted into the watch. So let me see if I can try to show you this up close and in focus. So I'm not going to do it right away, but I'm kind of inserting it here. I've got my fingers overlapping, and now I'm using my left hand to also give some force, because it does require a fair amount of force actually to get this to go in. So now I'm going to try to apply the force here, and there we go. It worked the first time, thankfully. And you heard that little click, which means the band is secure. You can also give it a little tug and make sure it's in there securely. So if you want to do the other side, then you just do the same thing. I usually bring this up so that the display is now on top. And I'll go ahead and situate my fingers again, finger and thumb, and I will align it here, and I'm going to press now. And there, see, it actually took quite a bit of upper body strength there, sadly, for me. I don't know if it's for everyone, but for me, it takes a fair amount of force to get that in. I think Samsung really went for secure band attachment and latching for their bands this year, which is a good thing, but it might not be something you're used to from other bands. At least I'm not. So next, let's go over how to remove the band from the watch. This is much easier than attaching it. You basically just have to press in on this button and pull the band away from the watch. So I'm going to press in and pull out, and I can do the same on the other side. Press in, and without any effort, just pull out like that. All right, so next let's go over how to put this on your wrist. So basically, once you have it in this position, you want to have this little portion with the Samsung logo all the way. You know, you don't want it like this. It might be hard to get your wrist in, so pull this through all the way until it's at the edge. And then you can put your wrist through here. And then you can start pulling up on this Samsung logo portion until it fits on your wrist comfortably, and that feels pretty good for me. And the next thing is you want to get this little latch here over this little bar. So if you need to stretch it a little bit, that's okay. You just want to line that up, and there it's securely attached. All right, in case you're wondering what it looks like on my wrist, this is the dark gray trail band with the titanium gray Samsung Galaxy Watch Ultra. And just for completeness, I'll go over how to take the band off. So you need to go ahead and find that Samsung logo latch again, and you'll just want to move it away from the latch so that it becomes unlatched like this. And then you can undo that and safely pull it through so it doesn't hit your display, and then slide your wrist back out. So the next thing to know might be the most important thing if you actually intend to own this band, which is how to adjust the band to fit your wrist size. So the thing you need to know about here is this portion. It says pull in orange. So I'm going to pull this out. See how it pulled away from those, and now you need to rotate it away. So now it should look like this. Those little pins or whatever should be exposed. Now we can pull this out of the band, and now it is separate from the band. So what you need to do is you need to find which combination of these two adjacent holes will fit your wrist best. So without that attached, you'll go ahead and put this on your wrist. And I'm going to fasten this until it's just fitting comfortably here. I sometimes will check, make sure I can fit one full finger under and almost two. And it is stretchy, so I probably could fit two really easily. But then we'll just fold the band over. And you'll want to look for which of these two dots it's going to line up with. So it's kind of hard to do when you're on your own, but you might try to do that. And then I'm going to see if I can line it up probably with these, I'm guessing. So I'm going to try that first. So I'm going to slide these through those holes. And then it might be better to do this not on your wrist because you don't want to pinch your wrist. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this back up. See how I pull it up, and now I'm going to rotate it so that it goes back on those little pins. And I'm going to push it down because it looks like it's not secure just yet. And there was a little click there. Okay, and that seems like it's secure now. So now I'm going to put this back on my wrist and see if that was correct. So tighten this again to where it feels comfortable. That's pretty good for me. And now I'm going to see if this latch is good. All right. So it's also kind of up to you whether you want this overlapping part to be toward you or away from you. But I think that's how it's going to look for me. And I think I might actually want to put it one further away for just a little bit more snugness. So I'm going to kind of press these this way so that this latch comes undone. And I'm going to go ahead and take it off again. I'll kind of try to do this a little more quickly. Pull that out, rotate. Now I'm going to do one, I think this direction. Closer to the watch. Okay, now I'm going to pull this out, rotate, and push back in so it's secure. And I'm going to put it back on my wrist and tighten it up. And now I'm going to find where that latch is and stretch a little bit. And now it is secure. And that does feel better to me. The other one was just a little bit loose. So once you get the hang of it, it is actually pretty easy to adjust. So I hope that helped you. If it did, could you please give it a thumbs up down below and consider subscribing if you want to see more Galaxy Watch Ultra videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.